about your the photography school time. How did that go for you? Or actually, just anything about the photography job itself.
Being a photographer's mate in the Navy was amazing. First of all, photography school was joint service. So we had all the branches in my class. Everybody was there, all the branches. And we were one of the last classes to actually use film in black and white and develop our own negatives. So I got to learn that. That was really cool. You know, they were trying to get rid of all the film, so they threw like 20 rolls at us each day, just like go practice, and it was amazing. And so we learned everything there was about still photography at that moment. Anything that had to do with that, all the basic and all the rules and stuff about, like, you know, the DOD rules about photography, etc.
Give me some examples of those rules, because most of us don't know that.
Okay, so like, you know, like well, back then social media wasn't such a big thing, but like it is now. How to write a caption the right way, the DOD way. What to do if you're approached by a civilian media member, and like how to talk to them, and how to deal with your PAO, public affairs officer, etc. Basically, then we got to do all the artistic stuff. We got to be artistic. I was in the military and I could be an artist. It was amazing. I could be creative, you know? It was really cool because on the ship, it was impossible to be creative when you're carrying chucks all day.
How do you be creative with photography? Do what? Give me examples.
It's photography. It's an art. It's an art form. We learned everything from studio to going out into the field, you know, and then we did the grip and grins, you know, like, you know, award ceremonies, but you can even be creative with those. So it's all how you approach it. So
what's your most memorable photo assignment?
Oh, wow. So many. Wow. I went on a lot of missions when I was in my squadron. So a lot of those missions had a lot of memorable moments when I took a lot of photos for those missions. Oh, one time we had a police dog, a master-at-arms dog, okay? So this dog's name was Mako, Chief Mako. He was a German Shepherd. We were in Sigonella, Sicily. And, you know, when you have a dog, an animal, a service animal, he's always one rank above its handler. So the dog was an E7, and his handler was an E6, okay? So, and so Chief Mako got sick one day in Sicily, so we had to fly him to Germany for an operation. And they told me to go along and take photos. So I had to document Chief Mako's trip. And that was really cool because it was different than, like, you know, taking pictures of random ships in the Mediterranean at the time. So, and another one, we were doing drug missions and anti-drug missions in the Caribbean. So we were we were coming out of Curacao or El Salvador. I don't remember exactly where we were coming out of. We come down to about 200 feet off the sea level, where I think it was really low. And we're looking for drug smugglers. Then we find one, right? Boom. We find a drug smuggler, a speedboat. They start throwing their stuff overboard, and they're going as fast as they can to get out of there. It's called a go fast. And then we're turning around, and we found another one. Boom, 2 of them, 2 in one shot. It was amazing. We're like, we're gonna get them, you know, because, like, that's a lot of money worth of drugs, like millions of dollars worth of cocaine, right? And so, and we turn around more, and we find another boat. This boat is yellow, okay? And we said, and it's dead in the water. So we got one, right? So we stay on top of the guy, we got one. He's dead in the water. We're gonna stay on top of him until, like, either the Coast Guard or the Dutch Navy or somebody gets there, right? So they pick him up, and this guy, this is kind of an embarrassing story for me too, because they pick him up, and this guy, his name is Pavel Rezvoy, and he's an ocean rower, and he just rowed his boat from Russia to Cuba. And he's just sitting there in the water. So I have a picture of this guy with his radio, holding his radio up, because I didn't get a chance to download my photos at the time to see what the picture is and the numbers on his boat. And he's holding his radio up saying, "Call us, call me, I'm not a criminal." So they picked him up, and Pavel got a free ride on a Coast Guard boat, and they let him on his way, and the real drugs got away. So anyway, that was like a story. Anyway.
So the speedboats that did get away, what what's the goal to do with them? In other words, you're coming in. You're in what? Kind of what vehicle were you in?
We're in a P3 Orion. It has four engines, turboprop engines, and it's a patrol plane. It's meant to come down low. It's meant to go up high. It's meant to stay on station a really long time. You can shut off a couple of the engines and just kind of float around. So it's meant to stay there. So our job was to document the drug boats and use that as evidence. So they would throw the drugs overboard, and we would catch them throwing it overboard, and we would document everything from when the helicopters would come in and then the fast boats would come in and board them. So I have pictures of everything. We document that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your job was to find them and then document the whole thing.
Right. Exactly.